Well, hello there my fellow gamer friends, this is your host v19 and today we're gonna talk about Doom 4 actually, cause as you may know by now, if you pre-order Wolfenstein The New Order, then you will also get access to the Doom beta. And this is where things start to get really interesting, because at first it was said that only the Xbox One users would get access to the Doom 4 beta, but obviously this has changed over time. And oh, Doom 4 ain't called Doom 4 anymore. It's just simply called Doom. Why, I don't know. Probably because ID Software will try to reboot the whole Doom series. I mean, anything else would just be plain unlogic, in my opinion. So, what's known about the new Doom game then? Not much really. I mean, ID Software has scrapped the game several times over since 2007. But this is the information that I have at this time. So, let's go here. Doom will be released for the following formats: PC, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360 and the Xbox One. And now it's some technical details and so on. Doom runs on the ID Tech 5 engine. It's a first-person shooter game. Oh, surprise, surprise. It's developed by ID Software. It's being published by Bethesda. Doom 4 are a to-be-announced title, and you will get access to the Doom beta when you pre-order Wolfenstein, which by the way will be released on the 23rd of May. So, well, there's another well-known fact that I could mention, and that would be that at this very moment ID Software tries really hard to understand what Doom is and what it is all about. Because one must keep in mind that pretty much no one of the original Doom team works at ID Software anymore. So it can be, I mean, I can somewhat understand why ID Software are kind of disoriented at this moment. Kind of like Bamboo Mice, you know. The only thing that I actually recall from the new Doom game was that it was supposed to take place on Earth. But I think ID Software scrapped that idea somewhere in the development process. And quite a few things has happened over the past months as well. I mean, John Carmack don't even work at ID anymore. He's like full-time working with the Oculus Rift, and the same thing goes for the former CEO of ID Software, Todd Hollandshead. So I am somewhat worried about the future of the Doom project, to be honest, because there's almost no one that has been working on the Doom, I mean the previous Doom games. So let's just say that I feel like the Doom soul is all gone and dead beyond life. But if I just ignore my feelings for a moment and talk about what I expect of the new Doom game instead, and I would say that I have to have a very dark and evil and hellish setting in Doom, or else it wouldn't even be Doom. And of course it has to have a lot of brutal weapons. And if you have brutal weapons, then of course you need some very brutal enemies to slay, or else there would be no fun of it. And of course the Doom game also has to be very gory, blood and violent, and I would also like to see those scary moments from Doom 3, because I think most people would agree with me when I say that Doom 3 was the most scary Doom game in the series so far. I mean, it's even scarier than like Fear, in my opinion. I can't actually name one like action/horror game when I have jumped so many times out of the chair. it's only like Doom 3 that has hold that record, at least in my case. So it's somewhat hard with all these facts and information to see like where the Doom project is heading, because if you read all the stuff in like magazines and things that's been said on like forums and such, then you kind of get the idea that ID Software are really struggling to, you know, even try to understand what Doom is. And it may sound silly for someone that's been a fan since the 90s, which is my case, to be the company that has brought Doom to life, and now they're just trying to like, what is Doom? That's like asking Peter Forsberg what is ice hockey or what is NHL. I mean, it sounds really stupid, but as I mentioned earlier, most of the original Doom members are not working at ID Software anymore, so they're kind of trying to reinvent the wheel again, so you can say. And if I'm not wrong, they have like scrapped the Doom game several times over since 2007, so I don't know, I just get this Duke Nukem Forever feeling about the whole thing, so I'm just trying to keep my hopes up, even though it looks kind of dark. I mean, I haven't even seen the lineup of who's working with the Doom project or anything like that, and I mean, I don't even know if what kind of setting it will have. I mean, the first thing I heard was that it's supposed to be like Doom 2 taking place, you know, hell on earth, but it seems like that's not the case anymore, so that makes one wonder, where will it take place and what will it be all about. And I'm just worried that it's not gonna be anything like Doom. It's the only thing that's gonna be Doom is the title name. So I mean, there has been so many people that has left ID Software over the last couple of months as well, so there's this talk, I mean discussion going on the internet, what's even left of ID Software besides the name. Not much, I guess. At least if you read between the lines, there's almost nothing left. At least not from the good old days, if you know what I mean. I don't even know if there's anyone left from like the good old Doom days, or if everyone has left. I mean, American McKee doesn't work at ID Software anymore. John Carmack doesn't work at ID Software anymore. John Romero's not working at ID Software anymore. Tom Hall doesn't work anymore. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to have this like positive vibes and feelings going on when you know the facts and everything. It's just there for everyone to read, and you must also keep in mind that there's been just like concept pictures for the new Doom game, so there's no like in-game videos or anything, and let's just say that I'm gonna be very worried if ID Software doesn't show like anything that's like good on E3 this year, or if the beta doesn't live up to the people, you know, the fans' expectations. So right now it's just like E3 and the beta will pretty much, you know, that will be the final conclusion in a way, if Doom will fail or if it's gonna be somewhat successful in the eyes of the fans. I mean, if it haven't been for Brütal Doom, God bless Archie Mark, that's all I can say, then most, at least the new, you know, kids, gamers wouldn't even know what Doom is. I'm quite sure of it. Because, I mean, when I have done so many Brutal Doom videos, and there's so many, like, young gamers that has picked up Doom and started to play it thanks to Brutal Doom, so in my opinion, ID Software owns quite a lot to Sergeant Mark and the Brutal Doom community for, you know, spreading out the word about Doom and what it is all about. And I mean, ID Software should, like, just start to play Brutal Doom and get to know that community. I don't think that they're gonna make, like, Brutal Doom with the ID Tech 5 engine, but at least they can get the feeling and the vibes and all that, because underneath all the ultra violence in Brutal Doom, there's actually some really good and fun gameplay to be experienced. I mean, some may have hard times looking past all the violence, but I mean, I think that the violence in Brutal Doom are just like a kind of comic, really, you know, almost like cartoonish, if you know what I mean, because it's so much of it that it's almost, if you have played like Cannon Fodder, if you guys remember that old strategy game, it's almost the same thing. It's so much violence that it becomes like a cartoon kind of thing. And I'm not saying that the new Doom game should be like that, but if they take like the fun gameplay experience and try to like add it to the new Doom game, then at least they got something good going on. And if they add like the ID Tech 5 engine to that, then it might actually become something decent and even uber epic, who knows. And then of course you got the Wolfenstein game, and I don't know, I mean, the last Wolfenstein game was like meh, pretty much. I don't know, I didn't like, I don't know, it wasn't like what I expected it to be. And this time it's like a Swedish developer that's doing the new Order game, but I just got this milk feeling going on, to be honest, so I don't know what to expect from the Wolfenstein game. And to be honest, I don't care that much either, because I'm more focused on Doom, to be honest, because that's the sequel that I have been waiting a long time for. I mean, after the Doom 3 Resurrection expansion, there has just been like nothing. And I don't even think that I should bring up the Doom BFG edition, which sucked so fucking hard. That was like the biggest disappointment for me in the in a very long time. And I mean, I thought like, oh yeah, it's gonna be super great, and it was like, what the hell, what was they thinking? I felt ripped off, to be honest. But if you're just gonna wrap this up, because I've been talking all day long here, so what do you guys want to see and not see in the new Doom game, and what do you expect from it? Because there's a lot of feelings, I bet, if you're a Doom fan, so just feel free to speak up about it. And if you like what we do, then please subscribe and comment. So this is v19 signing out. Take care, people. Bye bye.